Desmond Ridder, the Falcons should keep him. I was like,
well,
no.
I mean, it's the thing though. He looks good today, so you're going, oh, that's maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like they're staying toe to toe with the Saints there in that game. It's like 14-14, I think.
But it's interdivisional. Neither of those teams want to win.
Right. Well, somebody has to, or they could end in a tie. That'd be hilarious.
That's true.
Let them tie. Let them tie, baby. Let them tie.
Might as well.
Yeah, I just hope Jacksonville wins. I mean, I know Tennessee always plays tough, but you're like, Jacksonville has just been so disappointing the entire year, man. Like, they just really have.
This is the same Jacksonville team that beat the Carson Wentz-led Colts that you told me any given Sunday.
Right? I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. But see, that's the thing. Jacksonville should have been the favorite. Like, they should have ran away with that AFC South, and they didn't. It's coming down to the last day of season. Yeah, they should have, bro. Come on.
The Colts were not that bad.
No, but they had a rookie. Well, see, Anthony got hurt, and I think that helped them. Not to be very honest with you, you had a rookie quarterback, and Anthony was playing well. I'm not saying he wasn't.
They were winning.
But no, they were winning. But I think Gardner with the experience at least helped them down the stretch. I don't know how Richardson would have responded, when the adversity came. And I just think, again, Tennessee, the quarterback, because it was like you said in the beginning. Okay, it was Tannehill, but then you got Levis and you had Malik Willis. And like, who's going to start and who's going to – I think there was just too many questions there in Tennessee. Yeah. But the thing is, you have Hopkins and you have Henry. So you always had a shot because you've got two veterans who are phenomenal. You know what I'm saying, though? Like,
how much love are we giving Hopkins at this point in his career is what I'm asking.
Okay, so he's a little bit older, sure. But my point is the guy can still catch the ball and still run routes. Like, you should have figured out a way early on like who your quarterback truly was. Like, did you want to go with the rookie and then you made the decision and then you went back to Tannehill and,
yeah.
I mean, if Tennessee's playing Jacksonville tough today. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, Mike Vrabel's not going to quit, but I just feel like Tennessee should have had a better year as well. Like, they should have been able to figure stuff out earlier and really get that stuff going. And it's just, they didn't. And
they didn't know who they wanted at quarterback. I mean, you got a guy that you drafted last year in Malik Willis. You're not sold on Tannehill, and then you got Levis. I mean, they haven't known what direction they were going to go all year.
Well, that's my point. And whose fault is that, Sean Spencer?
Was it Vrabel because he's on the hot seat?
Well, I'm saying management and the coach. You got to be able to communicate that and go, hey, look, I'm trying to win here. What are you guys doing? You drafted a quarterback last year. You drafted another one this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what do you want me to do here? Like, what you want me to start the veteran? You want me to start these rookies? Like, I just think they didn't really know. Like you said, they didn't go in with a definite plan, and it showed.
Yeah. So,
I mean, the Titans should have had a better year, I think, but they didn't. So, and they're eliminated. So, they could just play spoiler today for Jacksonville if they win. Well, same with the Bears. Like, I'm really hoping the Bears win. Just obviously, it's the Packers, so I hope they beat the Packers anyways. But I think it just goes a long way in showing that the Bears have improved this year.
Yeah.
Tremendously, I think. And I just, I get it.
A lot of people picked them to win like 2 games. I think they've improved greatly. Like,
but that's my point, bro. Like, even I said like 7 or 8 this year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know where people came up with, the Bears are going to be the worst in the NFC North. I'm like, where do you get that? I just didn't see that at all. But
exactly.
Fine, again.
But that's what I try to dispel. I can't stand that. And that's why I've said all year that y'all are a playoff team. Now, maybe I over-exaggerated, but at the same time, I knew the quality was there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, honestly, think about it. If we win that Denver Browns and Lions games, we're 11-6 to end the season possibly. We're probably in the playoffs.
Right.
So, yeah, the ball bounces the other way or we didn't give up a 12-point lead in 6 minutes. Like, what the hell? Like, we'd be in the playoffs. So, the team is there. Again, we have some stuff we still have to fill. We need a true center. Like Lucas Patrick is on injured reserve today. He's out. So now we brought up Doug Kramer and, Whitehair is there. But, like, we need a legit center. Like, either we sign a free agent and then draft one. But I'm tired of the center spot just being a damn revolving door. Like, we need a legit center who can stabilize that line. Yeah, I mean, we need our Jason Kelsey, like, no doubt. Like, we need a guy like that. You need a guy like that who stabilizes the entire line. I mean, you just
the thing. This is it. This is the draft to do it. I mean,
it is 100%.
I mean, you have 2 in the top 10 or what, right?
Well, right now we obviously have the 1, depending on what we do with that and trade down, whatever. And I think right now we're at 10.
Okay.
So that's 2, potentially 2 top 10 picks, because I'm sure it's going to be one of those teams who's sitting at 4 or 5 who's looking to deal with us to get that quarterback. So, yeah, I mean, we could still potentially have 2 top 10 picks and a bunch of
them picks. Don't count
Washington
out. You know what kind of moves Washington makes.
Well, I mean, you think that's what I'm saying. Like, where are you guys at? 3 or 4? Where are you guys at?
Right now, we're at 3. If we lose today, 3? I think we stay at 3.
You stay at 3, yeah, because obviously Carolina's 1. Are the Cardinals 2? Who's 2?
It's either Carolina. It's either Cardinals or it's the Patriots.
Oh, Patriots, right?
They were losing today, so
yeah. Well, that game was like 3-0 in the snow up there in Foxborough. It was terrible. I saw a clip. I'm like, whatever. This game is useless. But yeah. But yeah, Belichick's probably done. Billy Boy, I think, has coached his last game in New England, which is that is what it is. All good things must come to an end, right? So I think it's time for Bill to move on, or whatever he's going to do. I don't know. I don't know if he wants to retire. So it'd be interesting to see if somebody wants to pick up Bill.
I would love to see him go back and coach at like Navy.
Oh, would you really? He's like,
he has ties. I think his dad coached there. His dad coached.
Really? Oh, okay. Okay. No, there you go.
If he went back and did that, and then just had them run the triple option, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, dude, that is fun to watch sometimes, though. You gotta love that. There's people everywhere. It's just like, am I gonna pitch the ball? Am I not gonna pitch the ball? It's like,
right.
Watching that, it's hilarious. Triple option. Maybe the Bears should run that. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, look,
you got the quarterback for it, I think. Yeah. And with Roshan and Khalil back there, you might be able to pull some of that off.
Every new thing is something that's recycled sometimes, especially with the fads and everything goes back. You know what I mean?
Well, we all know that, even the fashion. It's horrible.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we know that, right? We know everything gets recycled. We're aware of that, sir. That's for sure.
I'm in my prime 1990s flannel.
Yeah, flannel. Okay, the grunge movement is back.
Yeah, exactly.
Soundgarden.
Exactly.
You're listening to Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and Nirvana, right? You belong in Washington, sir. You go to Seattle. Let it rain on you with your beanie and your flat plaid shirt.
Totally. Let me give my rock band or my grunge band.
That's right. There you go, garage band.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Well, so it's 2 things. I went to dinner last night with my friends. That was pretty fun. That was actually a nice place that we went to. And then today, I'm going to go watch the Bears game at Buddy's. And then at 8:00, I made a reservation because, I finished. Today's the last day of that Winterland there at Wrigley. So I put together a thing for all of the workers, like, to come and hang out just on the last day, after the shift. The shift ends at 7:30, so I made it for 8:00. So I'll just be there with some of my coworkers, just saying goodbye, having a drink, whatever, just chilling. Yeah, I thought that was pretty. Because like I said, everybody's, it was a long 6 weeks of working this damn thing, and we had to deal with a lot of shit, and I was just like, let's get everybody together, hang out, just have a good time, share our stories, whatever, something
that's
like
huge,
that.
Though. That's huge. I mean, you've seen it, all the stuff that we do, bringing those people together. It means more to people that you really wouldn't even understand how much it means to some of those people. So
exactly. Well, it means a lot to me because, like I said, I don't know that I'll see many of these people after this, honestly, just because of where everybody's at and what they're doing.
Yeah.
But when you work with somebody that closely, even for 6 weeks, you get to know them a little bit. You kind of, there's a lot of people you're like, man, these are good people. Like, I hope they do well in life. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how many of them I'll ever see again or even talk to, but they were a good group to work with. And we had a good time. And they were, as a supervisor, I mean, I had a pretty good crew. Like, they didn't give me any lip. If I asked them to do something, they did it. You know what I mean? Like, they were a pretty good group.